Imagine a world where animals speak, not in grunts or chirps, but in fully formed sentences. They share their thoughts, dreams, and desires. It's a concept that has tickled the human imagination for centuries. Yet the idea of a talking animal, particularly in literature, was often met with skepticism. Could such a fantastical element truly hold literary merit? The answer, as we now know, is a resounding yes. This is the story of how one extraordinary feline shattered those doubts, revolutionizing literature forever. Talking animals have existed in stories since time immemorial. These tales have been passed down through generations, evolving with each retelling. They have been a part of human culture for centuries, appearing in various forms across different civilizations. From the ancient Egyptians who revered animals as gods to the Greeks who used them in their myths and legends, talking animals have always held a special place in our collective imagination. Ancient fables and folklore are rife with creatures that speak. These stories were not just for entertainment, they were a means of passing down wisdom and moral lessons. In many cultures, animals were seen as messengers of the gods, their voices carrying divine wisdom. The tales often featured animals that could talk, think, and act like humans, making them relatable and engaging for audiences of all ages. Aesop's fables, for instance, taught moral lessons through the interactions of anthropomorphic animals. These stories were simple yet profound, using the behavior of animals to reflect human virtues and vices. The tortoise and the hare, the fox and the grapes, the ant and the grasshopper. These tales have endured for centuries because they speak to universal truths about human nature. These stories served as early explorations of human nature, using animals as stand-ins to impart wisdom and understanding. By attributing human characteristics to animals, storytellers could explore complex ideas in a way that was accessible and engaging. The animals in these tales were not just characters, they were symbols representing different aspects of the human experience. From the cunning fox to the hard-working ant, these talking creatures served as vessels for life lessons. Each animal had its own personality and traits which were used to convey specific messages. The fox, for example, often represented cunning and deceit, while the ant symbolized hard work and perseverance. Through their stories, these animals taught valuable lessons about the consequences of our actions and the importance of virtues like honesty, kindness, and diligence. However, these animals were often confined to the realm of allegory. They were not meant to be taken literally, but rather as symbols that conveyed deeper meanings. The use of animals in this way allowed storytellers to address sensitive or controversial topics in a more palatable form. By disguising their messages in the guise of animal tales, they could speak to universal truths without offending or alienating their audience. They were tools for instruction, not necessarily characters with profound depth. While the animals in these stories were often one-dimensional, their simplicity was part of their power. By stripping away the complexities of human behavior, these tales could focus on the core message, making it clear and memorable. In this way, talking animals have played a crucial role in the history of storytelling, serving as both entertainers and educators, and leaving a lasting legacy that continues to inspire and teach us today. As literature evolved, so too did the role of talking animals. Lewis Carroll's Alice's Adventures in Wonderland introduced the world to the enigmatic Cheshire Cat. This grinning feline, with its ability to disappear and reappear at will, challenged the very notion of reality. The Cheshire Cat's cryptic pronouncements forced Alice and the reader to question the nature of logic and sanity. This marked a turning point. Talking animals were no longer just teachers of morality. They were becoming complex characters in their own right. And then it happened, the moment that would change everything. In the heart of a bustling city, amidst the noise and chaos, a small cat named Mittens began to speak. It was an ordinary day, or so it seemed. People rushed by, cars honked, and the city buzzed with its usual energy. But for Mittens, this day was anything but ordinary, not just simple words, but articulate, insightful observations about the world around him. His voice was clear, his thoughts profound. He spoke of the beauty in the mundane, the magic in the everyday moments that often go unnoticed. His owner, a struggling writer named Amelia, was astonished. She had always known Mittens was special, but this was beyond her wildest dreams. She watched in awe as her furry companion shared his wisdom. At first she doubted her own sanity. Could this be real? Was she imagining things? The stress of her writing career had taken its toll, and she wondered if her mind was playing tricks on her. But as Mittens continued to speak, his words resonated with her. He spoke of dreams and aspirations, of fears and doubts, and of the simple joys that make life worth living. Amelia found herself drawn into his narrative, hanging on every word. As Mittens continued to speak, sharing his unique perspective on life, love, and the pursuit of happiness, Amelia felt a connection she had never experienced before. It was as if Mittens was not just a pet, but a wise old friend, guiding her through the complexities of life. Amelia realized she had stumbled upon something truly extraordinary. In Mittens, she found not just a source of inspiration for her writing, but a companion who understood her in ways no one else could. This was the beginning of a remarkable journey, one that would change both their lives forever. Section 5. The literary world stands still. Amelia, inspired by Mittens' eloquence, began to document his musings. She wrote down his witty observations about the absurdities of human behavior. She transcribed his heartfelt reflections on the beauty of nature. She even recorded his philosophical ponderings about the meaning of life. These writings, compiled into a manuscript titled The Philosophical Feline, landed on the desk of a renowned literary agent. The agent, initially skeptical, was captivated by the sheer originality and profound simplicity of Mittens' voice. Section 6. Meows heard round the world. The publication of The Philosophical Feline sent shockwaves through the literary world. Readers were enchanted by Mittens' unique voice. His insights, delivered with feline wit and charm, resonated with people from all walks of life. The book became an instant bestseller, translated into countless languages and adapted into a critically acclaimed film. Mittens, once an ordinary house cat, became a global phenomenon. His image adorned merchandise, his pronouncements were quoted in everyday conversations. Section 7. A legacy etched in ink and imagination. Mittens' impact on literature was undeniable. His works transcended the boundaries of conventional storytelling, captivating readers of all ages and backgrounds. He had shattered the barrier between human and animal, creating a unique narrative voice that resonated deeply with audiences. Proving that profound thoughts and stories could originate from the most unexpected sources, Mittens challenged the literary world to rethink its preconceived notions. His success paved the way for a new wave of writers to explore the possibilities of anthropomorphism. Inspired by Mittens, authors began to experiment with giving animals complex personalities and rich inner lives. Talking animals began appearing in novels, plays, and other forms of storytelling, breaking free from the confines of children's literature. And poems with increasing frequency. These characters were no longer relegated to fantastical tales or simple moral lessons. They became integral to exploring a wide range of genres, from science fiction to historical fiction, and even philosophical treatises. These anthropomorphic characters became vehicles for exploring complex themes, challenging societal norms, and delving into the intricacies of human nature. Offering fresh perspectives on the human condition, they allowed readers to see the world through new eyes, fostering empathy and understanding across species lines. Mittens' legacy is a testament to the power of imagination and the endless possibilities of storytelling. Section 8. The enduring power of anthropomorphism. The story of Mittens, the talking cat, is a testament to the enduring power of imagination. It reminds us that the ability to tell stories, to connect with one another through shared experiences, transcends species. By giving voice to the voiceless, by imbuing animals with human-like qualities, we open ourselves up to new ways of seeing the world. We begin to question our assumptions, to empathize with creatures we once considered separate from ourselves. Section 9. An invitation to listen. So the next time you encounter a talking animal in a book, a movie, or even in your own imagination, take a moment to listen. You might be surprised by the wisdom, the humor, and the profound truths that they have to share. For within the realm of storytelling, anything is possible, and even a talking cat can revolutionize the way we think, feel, and connect with the world around us.